Hi, I'm Angel. So it's quite nice. We are in Gold Coast now, and here is Browns English School. And we got Nicole here today. She is the principal of high school preparation program in Browns English School. So today we're gonna ask some of key questions from her experience about why high school preparation, why high school in Australia, for our parents and students in Taiwan. So let's get some information from Nicole. So Nicole, could you please maybe briefing a little bit about the program, high school preparation in Browns?
Sure. Our high school preparation program is specifically designed to prepare students for high school in Australia. High school is different in different countries, different expectations, different methods of teaching, different culture, different relationship between students and teachers. To be successful in a high school in Australia, it's important to understand all of those things and to be able to adapt, be used to that before you start school. I'll give you a couple of examples. In some countries, students are not allowed to speak in class, silent working.
Oh, really? Yeah.
In Australia, it's very important to speak in class. A lot of class discussion, a lot of collaborative working with other students, a lot of asking questions for the teacher. Another example is essays and reports academic writing. All countries are different. Just because you learn how to write an essay in your country doesn't mean that you are familiar with the expectation in Australia of writing an essay. Homework, group work, collaboration, important here. Also, assessment work. Understanding how to interpret questions in a test and understanding the expectation of your answers is important before you go to school to be successful. Culture is another thing.
Yes, it's quite different with like Asian culture.
Yes. Yeah.
So I'm just curious. So most of your students join high school preparation. After high school preparation, they join high school for final 2 years or 3 years?
Most common is to go into high school in year 10, so the last 3 years of high school here.
So why 3 years is better for the university preparation or university application?
Because the last 2 years, 11 and 12, all of that information will be tested in the year 12 exam.
Oh, okay.
So if you start in year 10, you have a foundation for what you learn in year 11, 12. You also have time to adjust culturally and to work out where maybe you have difficulties to become very proficient before year 11 and 12.
So how if I have a student there, she or his age is like 15 years old. If she is thinking about like joining high school preparation, then high school program here in Australia, so if his performance is like 5.0, so how long the program they need to join?
We tailor the program or offer programs for the individual student. It's not one size fits all. Generally, students or families will find a high school that they're interested in first. If it is a private school, they will communicate with the international department and find out what grade for the age and what level of English is required for that grade. With the state schools, it's the same across all of the state schools. So you don't communicate with the school, you communicate with the International Department of Education, and they will give you that information. So when we know the required level of English for each specific student, depending on what grade and what age, then we can test their entry level of English. We know what their exit level must be, and we can advise how many weeks it will take to reach that.
So like average of the students stay here?
20 weeks is average.
Okay, 20 weeks, so it's around like
blocks of 10. So 10 weeks, 20 weeks, 30 weeks, 40 weeks.
Okay, okay.
20 weeks is the most common.
Okay, most common. So like preparation course, maybe 6 months here, then join high school. Okay, it's good to know. So another question, because most of Taiwanese students, when they are thinking about joining overseas education, most of them maybe already finished high school, then just apply the university directly, because you teach a lot of international students. So could you please give us some comment? So join university directly and join high school, then university, hospital.
I think to experience education in Australia, the expectations, the culture, when you go to university, having been here for a while, I think it's a much less of a change. You've already adapted to the culture and the education style. You also have a parent or a guardian usually in your house helping you.
Okay.
When you go to university, generally you are over 18 and not in a homestay, and you could be living independently.
Yes.
And learning that alone without a support system can be very overwhelming. But to be prepared academically, culturally first, and just be used to here and have a support network of friends is quite valuable.
So like a soft landing, then join university.
Yeah,
when they join university, maybe they are much more, so they know how to maybe select a class and maybe join club, everything, right?
And also what you learn in the subjects in high school here, of course, are relevant to what you will do at university. You will get all the foundation vocabulary for each subject. You will learn the introduction. You will be able to make a good decision for university based on your high school subjects. I like this. I'm good at this. I'm not very good at this. What could I do better? And it can give you that taste and that knowledge to make a good decision and application for university. If you learn a business subject in another country, it could be very different to what you learn in business here. The same thing with science. The way that you learn and at maths, they can be quite different.
Yeah, that's really important reason, I think, because in Taiwan, actually our high school curriculum, we don't have business economics, those kind of more professional subject. And so most of the time, Chinese students, it's really easy to make wrong decision for their university degree.
And in my experience talking to students, I've been running the HSP program for 6 years now, 7 years.
Okay.
So a lot of students in that time, and I find particularly with Asian students, there are less subjects that they can do in high school. It's more, English, maths, science, business, technology. In Australia, we have perhaps a broader range of subjects, design and engineering and fashion and the arts and business and technology and biotechnology, marine science. You can do a lot of different subjects in Australia and have that experience and knowledge that maybe you wouldn't bring with you. There's so many things you can do at university, and our schools are creating all of those subjects at high school, so you can try them all and make a good decision.
Let's back to the admission process from Brown. So when the parents or students, if they are interested in high school education in Brisbane or Gold Coast, so we can have their academic performance transcribe everything, and maybe arrange a little meeting with your side, and maybe because most of Chinese students, they may be interested about the destination, but they don't know everything about the high school here.
Sure.
So your school maybe can have some suggest, maybe a list of schools suggest for the student performance, right, from the student.
Yes. You can also look on the EQI website for state schools, and there are links to all of the schools. I think choosing a high school, it's important to see what facilities are at the school. If you're into sport, then you want to choose a high school that has good sport facilities.
Okay.
If you are more into business, then you might look for a school that has a bigger range of business subjects and maybe a partnership with a university that does that. So each school, while they're all great, they are all a little bit different.
Okay. So how if the student, their English level cannot fit to high school preparation, and so they can join Browns English first? Maybe rise the English level, join high school preparation?
For our general English classes, you need to be 16.
Okay.
So under 16, it has to be either the junior holiday program, but that's only twice a year, or the high school program.
So
elementary is our level.
So it's not like the 5. So another thing is because all of the high school preparation students sounds like they all under 18. Right?
Correct.
Yep. So
we have 1 or 2 that are 18.
Maybe older. So all of them they live in homestay, or you have like under 18 dormitory?
I think no, we don't have a dormitory here. We have 50-50. Half are in homestay and half are staying with a family member, an auntie or an uncle or a cousin.
Oh, okay. Maybe relative.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for those students like stay in homestay, so they how can they go to school?
Exactly the same as they would in high school. They will catch the bus or the tram or walk. Some homestay parents drop them off on their way to work, but it's just another preparation for high school, normal way that Australian kids would go to high school. And they take their lunch with them to school. Here, the same as at high school.
Okay. So they can bring the lunch box here.
Yes.
The study hour here for high school preparation is from?
We do 9:10 in the morning until 2:10 in the afternoon, 5 days. 2 afternoons a week. We have an additional study support session, which students can get individual help from the teacher. If they're having a problem or doing assessment, that's no extra charge for that. The campus is open from 8:30 a.m. until 5:30 p.m. So students are also welcome to be here at that time. If they want to stay and work with other students, they can do that. They can use our technology if they want to.
Okay. Yeah, it's good to know, like, also after this class hour, they can stay here maybe for self-study or visit.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. So may I know what kind of report you provide to parents? A weekly report or like monthly report?
Twice a term. So we have a 10-week courses. So in the middle and at the end of that.
Okay. So through the report, the parents can really know like if their student on the track or not, or maybe they will finish their study plan, then join high school.
Absolutely. We have an assessment every week. So we report twice in a term. You will know in the middle they're doing great or they need to do a little bit extra study. We identify any students that need help and we will make them come to that optional session whether they like it or not if they need to do some extra work, and we will help them. We have some students that maybe need to extend English for one more term and defer high school, but we talk to the high schools about that.
So there's no problem at all about the because from the visa side, we really need to know they can change their study plan, because it's like it sounds like we're gonna get the package offer from Browns and high school. So they will get the visa including the high school.
Correct.
But they can extend the program if they feel like they need to get 10 more weeks. They stay here for 10 more weeks, then defer their high school offer, but they don't need to reapply the visa, right?
Correct.
Okay.
There's an administration charge on changing paperwork, but yes, there's no. And with a state school, or we do have students in private school too, sometimes change their mind. And if they want to change to a different school, there's an administrative fee for that, but it's not impossible. We can change schools too.
Okay. So finally, could you please give our Taiwanese parents or students some comment why choose Australia education and high school here?
Okay. Well, I think Australia is a safe place. Obviously, it's a beautiful place to be. We have nice weather where children can be outside as well as inside. Our culture is very friendly. The high school years, you develop very important friendships in teenage years, and we foster social skills here as well as academic skills. I think Australian high schools is very important, a balanced education, to have emotional and mental education as well as academic education. So that the whole picture is important here. And it is here also at Browns. So I think to be happy and well educated and have a positive future with a lot of opportunities, Australia's got all of that, and we're a nice, friendly, pretty place too.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
The time today.
Nice to meet you.
I believe we got a lot of information from you to make the parents know why send students earlier here, or why choose Australia. It's really nice and safe place here in Gold Coast. So this we will have future students for Gold Coast Browns in the future. Thank you.
Thank you.
如果需要个别咨询，请在影片下方加入官方 LINE ISC 国际学生中心免费协助你。喜欢我们的影片，记得按赞、追踪和分享，并且开启小铃铛。如果不想错过国外大学的最新消息，欢迎到影片的下方追踪我们的社群平台哟。